Hello everybody, my name is Peter Barnes and I am a wedding photographer based out of Nebraska. And today I'm going to be telling you how to start second shooting weddings with no experience. A question that I get all of the time from photographers trying to break into the wedding photography industry is, how do I start shooting weddings? And I just made a video called 5 things you need to do before you start shooting weddings. And one of those things was second shoot and network with other photographers. And those things go very hand in hand. One of the best ways to start getting second shooting gigs from nothing is to join a local photography group on Facebook. And oftentimes in these groups, you'll have people posting dates and referrals on weddings they need second shooters for. And you can put all of your info in the comments and you're hoping that they'll reach out to you and book you for the job. A complaint that I hear from a lot of photographers is that photographers aren't hiring them, or photographers, they don't wanna help us grow. And it might look like that from your end, but the point that I wanna make is, don't take it personally, because it more than likely isn't you specifically, but it's the fact that some photographers just don't want to deal with inexperienced second photographers. And there's a lot of reasons for this. One reason might be one photographer might need to put a lot more trust and responsibility for that particular wedding on their second photographer. This all depends on the wedding in question. For example, in my career, I've definitely had weddings where I would not want someone inexperienced because the wedding was really intense. But conversely, there have been a lot of weddings that have been very, very chill, where I'd be more than happy to bring on a second photographer who hasn't shot anything yet to give them the opportunity to grow. And typically in that situation, I'll just go reach out to someone that I know that wants to learn. This local photography group that you're in, there's probably so many opportunities that you might not be seeing on meetups, or opportunities to meet other photographers and go out for coffee or go out for lunch. The easiest thing you can do is just be present, be active in the group, and be nice. Be someone that people want to spend time with, because the point is, sometimes when people say experienced second photographer, sometimes they just want someone they like. And the best way to make it known that you're one of those people is to meet all of these people, to talk to them, to go out with them and spend time and be a person, be empathetic. That really is the best way to do it, because then when that person then makes that post in Facebook, if they see your name among all of those people, it greatly increases your chances of them actually reaching out and booking you for the job. Outside of Facebook, there are plenty of other ways you can meet photographers as well. I used to work at a camera store before I shot weddings, and this camera store did a lot of rentals. And especially during wedding season, we would have the same people coming in all of the time, renting gear for their wedding. Now, I met a girl named Sam Ehrman, and she was a very, very talented wedding photographer that was always renting her gear from our store. So over time, we became friends, we chatted, we knew who she was, we cut her a deal every now and again, and that really built our friendship. So when the time came when I was like, hey, wedding photography is something I'm interested in, she was then much more keen on saying, hey, I have a wedding in a couple weeks, why don't you come with? And it was such a good kickstart to my career. I got so many weddings just from her referrals. And that is really where the power of second shooting comes in. Because once you second shoot with somebody and they like you, then they're gonna keep coming back. In that same video, the 5 things you need to do before you start shooting weddings is, you need to be good. You don't necessarily have to be good at wedding photography, but you have to be a competent photographer. You have to show that you have skills, because as good of a person as you are, if you can't take good pictures, they probably still aren't going to hire you. So spend the time to develop your craft outside of wedding photography. Maybe focus on shooting just couples or shooting portraits. Engagement sessions are a great way to start working with couples without the pressure of a wedding, and take all of that, and that way you have something to show to the photographers you're trying to work with. So what it really comes down to is being present and active in your local photography community, making sure that the wedding photographers know who you are and they know that you're good at what you do. Because once you put all of those things together, it becomes so much easier to get second shooting gigs. And once you start getting second shooting gigs, then booking your own weddings and booking more second shooting gigs becomes so much easier. Guys, thank you so much for watching. That is all I have for you today. If you have any questions about any of the things I talked about in this video, please leave a comment below. I would love to talk to you more about that. All right, have a good one.